Good morning. Happy January 2nd today. The last two videos, the first one was missing a bunch, and the second one got a lot of duplications in there, so sorry about that. But the good news here is that my new microphone, I found the button that says forward facing, back facing, or facing forward and facing backwards. So this is the first test of that. That's forward. Now this is backwards, and I'm hoping it doesn't sound as awful as all the prior videos. Anyway, it's gonna rain probably till Monday, but that week is looking pretty good, so hopefully I can get something done that week. Right now I'm just going to dump that trailer over by that pile, park the trailer, and got to go to the store. So I don't know if anything else will be inspiring, but that's it. And I'm taking you with me in the truck because this is not a waterproof camera when this microphone is on here. Alright, still testing the microphone. I really hope it's not garbled and muffled and low. You just got a front view here. Ooh, you're a little stuck. Digging a couple holes there. Alright, still checking the microphone quality, and you can see how the driveway is evolving since the last time you went down it. This right here has got a little bit too much of a left tilt on it as the tail end swings out a little there, but thank God these rocks are there. And then this was fresh dirt I laid down right here pushing off the hill, and it's snotty. This area I didn't do anything to, but it's also very slippery. See the ruts I'm digging, which might fill with rocks quite nicely. And these rocks helped here. Let's see if there's a little spring water collection there. And it is overflowing a little. This is one of these projects that there's just so much to do. The hardest part is just trying to focus on one small thing to get accomplished and just keep chipping away at it. Like this shed thing here to our right, which you've seen before, but that whole structure needs to come down, as you can see by the way it was supported. Here's my official house number, which is also on the list. I'm actually thinking of making just a rectangular box and putting hood 664 on the box, have a latch on the top and 2 hinges in the back, and buy a couple more of those hydraulic lifts and make a kind of nice little delivery box for packages, you know, that are smaller than whatever the size of the box is. All right, going to the store. Oh, on an unrelated thought, I also still want to keep checking this microphone. Grandpa Al said he's got a package in my mailbox today that I'm going to swing by on my way back, and he claims that I should be able to watch the Ohio State Buckeyes win next weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. Hello, back from the store. I got hinges for the mailbox out front with our name and number on it, and a spot to put packages. Also got that. Oh gosh. Hold on a second. Okay, I wrote it down. It's called Trinket Pit, I think. I haven't looked it up yet, but he said it's almost as hard as oak. It doesn't burn as long as oak, but it's the only stuff they had that was 100% seasoned. And that's a third of a cord for $130, split in its own bag. I thought that was a pretty good deal. I mean, it's gonna hold itself. I'm just gonna take it out as I need it, I think. So right now I'm gonna go over to my burn pile and pull out the best pallet I got and set it down right here. I decided to get this awning out, which obviously makes sense. I only had to roll that one back probably 5 times since I've been here, and it wasn't really big wind, but you know, just some heavy flops. And I had this one in because I kept driving by it with the excavator, and I thought for sure I was going to hit it, which I probably still will. Yeah, and then just drop the bag here on the pallet, and I'm going to bring in as much as makes sense to help it. You know, it's been sitting out in the rain. He said it shouldn't take more than a day or so in a enclosed, you know, hot near the fireplace spot to dry out. So I'll put as much as I can in there, and then the rest, he said, if it's covered, it will probably dry out in a week or two, just being covered. So that's encouraging. All right, so I'm gonna just, it's not raining now, it's supposed to be on and off all day, so I'm just gonna sit you over here. The tripod is awfully difficult to open up. And go grab a pallet, and it's going to be fast forward from here, I got a feeling. That's a third of a cord of wood for $130 in a bag. That sounds cheaper to me for some reason. It must be this area. But he did say that the most expensive stuff they had was the madrone. It's like those bottom three right there. All the oblong ones are madrone. There's a lot of madrone here. So that's encouraging. If you can dry it out well, he had some there. But it wasn't 100% cured or seasoned, so that's why we went with this stuff. Okay, let's set the pallet down, and hopefully that comes off the truck okay. See if you can see the truck. Yes. All right, fast forward. A little dicier than I thought it was going to be. I bet that bag weighs a lot, and I can't lift it off the truck with the height currently. I got to tighten it up. I don't want to drag it off the back of the truck and lean forward, which would possibly would do. Fast forward. First time I've had the excavator on full throttle. Unfortunately, I can drag it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to drag it on top of the pallet, which is unfortunate. Who was thinking I was gonna bend the tailgate besides me? That survived. Pull this out a little bit, but that could be put back. Alright, how important is it to get this on a pallet? It's semi-important. So, I could lean it over and then lean it up, right? Another thing I have to learn is muddy firewood. It dries with mud on there. That's probably not good for burning. I'm gonna have learned that in the future, I think, but I got a feeling this should all be washed first. But I do need to put some inside for drying, and that would make this job a little easier at this stage. Alright, so here we go. My firewood carrier isn't coming till Tuesday or something, but that would be real handy right now. So this is going to be messy and a lot of shoe changing. Fast forward. Okay, so it looks like it can lift about a half a bag, or maybe 2/3 of a bag. I actually probably could have lifted it last time, but I just realized or just learned that the boom lift has got less lifting power than the arm, that piston on the very top. That one can lift when that one is at its limit. If this one's retracted, it can lift up even more. So that's good to know. But when you get to that point, you're definitely at the tipping over stage. Alright, next decision. Washing this right now, just in every sense of the word, doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, I do have a pressure washer, but I also have my, I got two 30-inch carts that are on wheels, so I could load the cart at the door, roll it to the fireplace, heat one side, then flip it around and heat the other side. And that's coming next week. I wonder if this pile of wood should just hang out here for a while. Oh, that's what I forgot. I was going to buy another bundle of dry wood. Alright, time to think for a bit. Okay, I decided to accept the fact that this is just going to be a messy job. I'm not going to be changing my shoes for every trip in the trailer, but I'm going to clean up the mess I make when I'm done. So let's get this in the trailer. Fast forward. Fresh battery. Fast forward. Oh no. Did you guys hear that? Oh. Let's see how much damage. Nice plastic. No continuing mark. Okay. Fast forward for awning out. Exciting. I have a very suspicious feeling that at some point there has to be a cleaning process. I really got a feeling that dirt is not good for burning. It probably makes them a lot harder to start. Somebody look that up for me. Jason will do it. Thank you, Jason. You just, you think you don't want to get water on them, but, it rains. And I saw another video. The guy was saying 11 mistakes with wood. Never burn rotten wood, just mainly because of the mold and the nasties that get in the air or in the smoke. They do burn fast and hot, but you shouldn't burn it. Anyway, there was 11 items he kept repeating many times, but he did say just a roof is fine for wood. The drying process is like each month it'll dry an inch from the outer, or the outer layer. So if you cut it into rounds, you've increased its ability to dry, of course. But the best thing to do is to split them all. Got to work myself up to that. So I'm going to have some lunch and think about it. Okay, that one that was not reaching to the other log, I went to move it around and it is going to the burn pile. It's rotten. This is why you don't... God, this ground is going to be so hard to figure out. You literally, once... I mean, obviously that's not level. But once it's smoothed out, you can't walk on it till it's dry. I mean, we're talking April. Very interesting planning up ahead for all this. I mean, I could do an area once the final grade is right, which is, in my opinion, or the current thought. I would love anybody's suggestion. Let's go over this real quick. Okay, so this was a pot farm. I gotta bring those over there too. Those look like they're rotten as well. So what they did is, whatever mountain was here, they had a large bulldozer and just pushed everything to the left this way to give themselves some space to grow. But as you've seen here before, this is a very steep area which is gonna probably keep eroding. So what I was kind of thinking is, let's say, halfway between the top here and, well, yeah, maybe about half, that we push. This is something that might be impossible to do, but it would be nice if a bulldozer, I'm sure it could climb this hill. They're pretty good at grades. They might even be able to ride sideways on this hill, for all I know. But basically, start just taking the top and pushing it up here. Dig a little lower, push it up farther, and round this off. Like bring the height here down almost 10 feet. So basically just creating a large mound, and then just keep pushing the mound all the way back to where it started from, so that the property is, it starts high there and it just worked its way down, you know, all the way over, all the way across. So everything grades to the edges evenly would be the ideal play. But there's a lot of things between now and then, like this, you know, 4 inches, or in some spots, and even 10 inches in others, of this potting soil everywhere. Potting soil, that's a good name for it. So kind of that needs to be blended in with the dirt kind of evenly. If you could picture trying to do that, and then shape the whole area for grade. It looks to me still like it's, the whole thing is moving to the left, and it might be a good idea to keep that theme. And then the other big huge decision is the road up here. That's the road down there, where you come up that little steep hill right there. But on the right side of that hill is a valley that runs out to the, where it just starts to go up on that turn right there on the road. And it's pretty gentle all the way, except for right at that corner. But that's the good thing about it, because here we got that hump, the hump over here. Then we get to here and we go up, you know, 15-20 feet in a pretty short distance. Here we can make the road, we can grade it all the way from that very end, a straight shot all the way down to that turn in the road down there. I think that's going to be the best driveway. And that, of course, means clearing all the trees. And learning a bulldozer. So, or just hiring somebody to come out and do it. All right. We'll keep talking about that until something materializes or hardens. Alright, I'm just going to chop these into little pieces and see if I can get something started tonight. Well, the one good thing about this, when you split it, you don't have to burn mud. You get to burn the inside. So that might be effective. I mean, that'll burn a lot better this way than that way. All right. This mud right here, this will look just like this once that dries. I'll be washing that rug every day. So this is not too bad. Kind of one track. That's what we brought in. That should dry pretty quickly. That's my only dry log in here. But the reason why I bought this today was the stuff you saw me split a week ago or whenever it was. I brought that in and I stacked it all up here. And it felt like it dried pretty well. I ran through like 2 of those dry store-bought bundles. And then I've been burning it. And it's been very irregular. So I have all kinds of different wood. Yeah, some seasoned, some not seasoned. And that was the impetus to buying this stuff. It's all the same age, well, for the most part. And once it dries in here, it should burn consistently. All right, that's the end of today's video, unless something else pops up. See you later.